right, good people. I hope you can hear this fine. I think you probably hear this AC unit that's going on right now. That's my next door neighbor. So welcome to the back of my truck review of my two KYT helmets. I have the KYT NZ Race, and I have the KYT R2R, which is road to race or race to road. So I bought the NZ Race first, and then I bought the R2R. I bought the R2R pretty much for the internal shield. This one here is a matte finish, which I really like the matte finish. It matches the wheels on my RSV4 as well as my my gear. On this one, on the R2R, let's just talk about the fitment first. So for me, it feels a little loose, but you do have a lot more room. This here would make a good vlog helmet if you need more room for the microphone that's at the front of the helmet. So yeah, it would make a great vlog helmet, I would say. The only thing to me is that it feels a little loose. It also seems to be a little loud, but that could be because of the top vents here. So let me just talk about the features of the helmet. So you have a locking shield. I'll show you that right there. There's a little button there, and you push it, and then you can pull the front shield up. To me, I'm not a fan of that feature. When I have my gloves on, sometimes it's pretty difficult to get up because the button here, it's very small, right? All right, you also have two vents here at the top. You just push those to open and to close. They're not that smooth, but hey, it's functional. It works. You get airflow throughout the helmet. Here in the front, you have a chin vent as well. You just press a little button there, and you have the chin vent. And then underneath, you have a little slider that will let down the internal shield. So if your helmet's like this, you're going to push it back, and that'll give you the internal shield. And then you push it back forward to retract the internal shield. So it's pushing back and then forward to release to retract the internal shield. It has a rear spoiler here, which looks like basic plastic, but it's kind of see-through, and it's a smoke color. And then you also have your pin lock system here that you can add your anti-fog pin lock shield on there. So let's see, we got the chin vent, we got the top vent, and let's see here, you got the internal shield, and that's underneath. That's something I wanted to go over with you guys real quick. That's actually underneath the helmet. So when you're wearing it, when you're wearing the helmet, you have to pull this little lever, which is right underneath the bottom, which for me, it adjusts the helmet. So once I pull the shield down, I have to readjust my helmet because of where it's placed. Also because where it's placed, you see my Cardo Pack Talk. You have to use the sticky mount because right underneath it is where the lever is for the internal shield. I'm not a fan of that. I really would like it up here or somewhere else because it makes the helmet kind of tilt when you're trying to when you're trying to retract and let down the internal shield. Minor thing, pet peeve of mine, I guess you could say, but it is something that I'm just not a fan of. I rode this helmet for about 6 hours. I rode over from Alabama over to Georgia, Marietta, Georgia. I went to TaylorMade to get my bike just dynoed. I wanted to get some horsepower and torque numbers to see if it's the same as when I went to Stedman Motorsports, and it was, which you guys can look at that video. That was the last video I uploaded. So it's a fairly light helmet. Like I said, it's a matte finish. You have the pull tabs here, so if you have an accident, the emergency personnel can just pull this here to pull your cheek pads out. It has your regular D-ring for your system to secure it. I really like the ratchet style system that my Shoei has. It'd be great if KYT decided to put the ratchet style on here, but they may or may not. Then you have a plastic button here, so once you use the D-ring, the excess chin strap can be buttoned back to the D-ring. For me, it's okay. It works. For the price that you pay for this, between, I think it's $250 to $300, the price you pay for this, it's a pretty decent helmet, great helmet. I would wear this and wouldn't have any concern as to whether my head will be protected. I guess you could say some of the nuances or complaints that I have are pretty much for me. And the only one that I really truly have that really bothers me is having the internal shield here. On my Shoei it was up higher, and because now I have to put the Cardo Tactop and use the sticky mount. Now this helmet does feel a lot looser than my NZ Race, and I think that's because this one comes more to a V in the front, whereas my NZ Race is more of a U-shaped. It's more curved in the front. I don't know if you guys can see that, but on both of these, the NZ Race, the R2R, the NZ Race is more curved in the front. The R2R is more pointed, if you guys can see that. And I think that's pretty much about it. The interior, it's comfortable, but like I said, this one feels a little loose to me. On my NZ Race, I've tried the large, tried the medium, tried the extra large, and I ended up having to settle for the large. Now my NZ Race helmet, it's a tight fit. Actually, when I take it off, I have little marks at the top of my head. It's a carbon fiber shell, and I will say that, to be honest with you, these feel pretty much almost the same when it comes to weight-wise. They're both very light helmets. This one here is my NZ Race is a gloss finish. It is a carbon fiber. On the front here, you do have vents right here at the top. I like the actuation on the NZ Race. These are very smooth, not sticky as the R2R. And then you have like brow vents, right? If you could see those right there up front, the brow vents right here. And you push the little lever to open up the brow vents. And then you have a chin vent right here. So you have 3 ways of letting air in. You got the chin vent, brow vent, and then you have the top vents at the top of your head. It does have a rear spoiler as well. This one's fully painted, not see-through like on my R2R. This does not have an internal shield. As a matter of fact, I do have a smoke shield in my garage that can be used for this. The chin strap system, same as the R2R. It's the D-ring, as you can see here. And it has the little plastic button to button the excess slack after you use the D-ring. I don't really have any complaints on this one other than it's pretty tight. If you get a large in the NZ Race and you go to get a large in the R2R, R2R will feel looser. The NZ Race is super tight. I have not broken this helmet in. I've worn it several times. This one I have more mileage on, and that's because I like to ride with an internal shield as opposed to wearing some shades or something like that. So I think that's pretty much it. Let's see, what am I forgetting? R2R, about 250 to 300. NZ Race, very light, carbon fiber shell. It is right around 500, a little over 500. I'll put that down into the description for you guys. And I think that's pretty much it. Also too, before I forget, the interior liner for the NZ Race and the R2R are not interchangeable. At least I haven't seen them to be. I wanted to note that because I wanted to try some different padding for my R2R to see if I can get a little bit of a snug fit. One thing that I did want to let you guys know, the NZ Race is DOT. and ECE rated. The R2R is also DOT and ECE rated. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's both of these helmets are a great value to get a DOT approved helmet and an ECE approved helmet. I would take either one of these to the track. I was supposed to do a track day. It was raining. I didn't want to pay $300 just to get my track day rained out, so I didn't go to that one. I will most likely go to one in July here, and where most likely my NZ Race. Once you open the vents at the top of the helmet, they are a little loud to me, but I can still hear with earplugs in. I can still hear whatever. If I'm listening to music or a conversation on my Cardo Pack Talk, I can still hear that. And I think some of the whistling that I get on both of these helmets, when you open up the top vents, you do get some whistling. And I believe that's due to just how the air is flowing through the helmet. At least it lets you know that the air is flowing through the helmet. So that is a good thing. So comfort, R2R, snug fit, race fit, the NZ Race. Go and check them out. I think you do get a lot of bang for your buck. And that's about it, y'all. Stay tuned for the next video, and talk to you soon.